I'm incredibly excited because I'm taking a look at a supercar, the Audi R8 RWS. So this car confuses me a little bit because it's a limited edition. Only 999 were produced in the entire United States, but it's also the cheapest version of the R8. There are three different model levels of the Audi R8. We begin with the Audi R8 V10, and that has 532 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. And the RWS kind of shares that same powertrain, so this also has 532 horsepower. And then the V10 Plus has 602. And the V10 Plus and the normal R8 V10 are both four-wheel drive, while this is rear-wheel drive only. The thing that makes this car special is that there's only 999 worldwide. So this is a limited production Audi R8, and only 320 of the RWS series actually came to the US. Audi claims that this is a tribute to the R8 LMS GT4 car, and they actually say that it shares 40% of the race car in this car. So 40% of the overall package is shared with the race car, and a lot of that comes from the beautiful 5.2 liter V10. So this engine is almost directly out of the GT4 car. To talk about the engine a little bit more, this is the base version of the R8 in terms of power level. So it has 532 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque. And it's a V10, so it's a little bit more exotic than your normal GT3 engine or an AMG GTS. It has that nice V10 sound, and it's just a step up from any other competitor. Unlike the normal Audi R8 V10, because you don't have any of the four-wheel drive drivetrain parts, you save 110 pounds over the standard one. So it lightens it up a little bit and creates for a more exciting drive, which of course rear-wheel drive will always be. Some competitors to this car would be a Porsche GT3 and an AMG GTS, but this has one specific quality that's amazing. It has a naturally aspirated V10 engine. So on the GT3, you're getting a straight six, which is naturally aspirated, but it's not that exotic feeling that you get here. And on the AMG GTS, you have turboing, so it's a little bit different, a little bit less pure of an experience. The RWS has a 0 to 60 time of 3.7 seconds, and that's 0.2 seconds slower than the normal V10. And that's because it's rear-wheel drive, so you get a tiny bit slower 0 to 60 time, but overall the driving experience will be a lot better. This specific RWS has kind of a cool color combination. So the interior is done in all red as well as the brake calipers. So on these new generation Audi R8s, you have awesome looking wheels. I think they look super aggressive, and I probably wouldn't change them out if I had the car. They look amazing. As far as the interior, let's go ahead and open it up. So we have the typical, if this will focus, we have the typical Audi key, and on the back it has a nice little designation that it's an R8, so it gives you that extra little specialness. And if we go ahead and click the unlock button, so after unlocking the car, we can go up and grab the handle, which is kind of hidden pretty well in this car. It helps that it's black, but if we just reach right under here, you can see the handle, and you just put your hand in and open it up. The interior is bright red, and that's not going to suit everyone's taste, but I think it goes really, really well with the black exterior. So, hopping in the R8 RWS, it's a really nice place to be. It feels like it's very luxurious, and you have all this very nice leather everywhere you look. There's leather on the seats, center console, and you have all the carbon fiber, door panels. And then you have this amazing steering wheel. And this steering wheel is shared with a lot of different Audis, but it looks amazing. And on the R8, you have this little designation of that you're sitting in something a little bit more special than an A4. And that just goes along to show that although this isn't the showiest car, you get a great value of luxury and performance. So to start on the driver's side door, you have a few important buttons and an overall really nice looking door. So first we have a red leather combined with black leather door card. So it's a nice combination. You have the black on the outside and the red on the inside, and it just goes throughout this entire Audi R8. It's a great looking color combo. Then you have a really good feeling stainless steel door handle, and this is something that you're going to be touching every day, in and out, in and out. You're going to be touching it all the time, and the fact that they made it metal just gives it that extra little, that feel that makes it worth it. You're spending a ton of money on these cars, and you might as well have materials that make you feel really good. Moving up from there, we have really good looking carbon fiber. So this car is scattered with carbon fiber. It's actually part of the package. I believe it's around $5,000. And we have carbon fiber on the air vents, as well as the entire central cockpit is carbon fiber. So if I move it over here, you can see that everything you're looking at on a daily basis is carbon fiber. You have these air vents as well as the side ones, and then the carbon fiber carries out also into the center. So this entire center console is carbon fiber. And along with that, you have cup holders. So a lot of sports cars don't have cup holders, but if you push this button right here, this little compartment opens up and you have two cup holders. They aren't the biggest. I don't know what you could fit in there, but hey, at least you have them. And then another kind of odd thing that I thought was in this car is a CD player. So Audi in general haven't really moved out of this universe of CDs, and they still think that their customers are going to be using them, although I don't know anyone who still does. This car does have Bluetooth, so you can always connect through that. The main point of focus for obviously the driver and of the entire interior is the steering wheel. And this steering wheel is super nice. It's perforated leather right here, and it's a nice small feeling steering wheel that, I mean, I haven't driven one, but I can imagine really throwing it around the track or just every single day driving. Have creature comforts that not all supercars have. So you have your phone control, your voice dial, radio up and down, and then you have a little bit smaller paddles. So its competitors do have bigger and more pronounced paddles, but these are okay, and it's a good feel for every day. It doesn't quite have that huge paddle that a Huracan does or a GT3, but it feels alright. I mean, I think that's one kind of complaint that Audis have always had. These paddles are the same as your A4, your S6. It's kind of all the same along the entire lineup. This is a whole new system that came on the second generation Audi R8, and it's really cool. So you have LED screens. You can hear the fan just turn on there. And you just flipping the dials, they feel so nice. So it's a really nice click, if you can hear that. And just the feeling overall is very high quality. The seats I'm sitting in right now are classic Audi R8 sport seats. So they're a really comfortable alternative, but they feel really supportive and just sporty in general. So you have these nice side bolsters, but it's not too much. I could easily be in this every day, not just because I love this car, but because it's really comfortable. I think a 4 or 5 hour drive in this would be no problem at all. Best part of this car is kind of highlighted with this window. So you can see the glorious V10 engine right there, and when you're looking in the rearview mirror, you can kind of just see it. So if you look through this window, you just see this awesome looking V10. So this is your everyday supercar. You can take this on long weekend trips, and it just goes to show by looking at this trunk. It's not the biggest, but you could definitely fit a small suitcase and some duffel bags or a few bags for you and your friend to go on a nice trip. As you come up, there's a small wing that can actually be raised. Then you have the R8 badge that lets you know it's something special. And even in this honeycomb rear grille, if you look way in close, you can just see the components. You can see the exhaust, and it looks amazing. I love how they added that and just left it open for airflow. Coming down to the bottom, you have this dual exit exhaust. So you have one over there and one over here. And then you have this extremely low rear diffuser, which looks really aggressive when you're coming up on it. Overall, the Audi R8 is a great choice for anyone who wants a supercar but wants to be able to use it every single day. And this RWS option, because of its limited numbers and just super fun ability that it's rear wheel drive, I think is a great choice for anyone who would be interested in a supercar. This video is made possible by my good friend and salesman, Elliot. He is a salesman at Audi Cochran of Pittsburgh. They're the #1 Audi dealer in Pittsburgh. And if you're looking for a car, please check them out. Please contact Elliot. I'll link his info in the description below. Thank you for watching and have an awesome day.